Bayete, His Majesty, the King, the Veletini of the Zulus, Her Royal Highness, Royal Family, honored rabbis, leaders of the Jewish community, friends of Israel and Jerusalem, distinguished guests, Chaverim v'chaverot, Shalom. Thank you, Linda, for the very kind introduction. Ladies and gentlemen, have you ever suffered from a broken heart? The kind of thing, you know, that follows usually a lost love. Broken heart, split into two. Because for many years, when Jerusalem, Yerushalayim, was divided, that was the feeling of the Jewish nation and the people of the state of Israel. That our heart, Yerushalayim, is broken. And interesting enough, in 1967, when here in South Africa, the first human plantation of human heart was made. Another operation was taking place in Israel, Operation Nachshon, when the heart of Israel was reunited after the 1967 war, when Jerusalem was yet again under Jewish sovereignty. After almost 1900 years that Israel has not been together since the days of the kings from the dynasty of King David. And Jerusalem, as they said, is the heart of Israel and the heart of the Jewish world. And if I dare say, not only the Jewish world, but for many, many believers and other people around the world, it is the heart of the whole world. And when your heart is broken, you cannot go and live for a long time. I think it is also for South Africa mainly to appreciate and understand what it means to be broken heart, to be divided. That the country for many years itself was torn and divided. I believe the South African people can understand what it means and how important it is and how magnificent it is to have your heart reunited, to have your country reunited. I had the pleasure and honor sitting next to His Highness the King and hearing about one of His Highness predecessors, great King Shaka, who united, I think, more than 100 chiefdoms under his rule, making the Zulu people a Zulu nation. And we also united again in our country under our King David. And generations later, we returned to our country and we were divided with a city that has a border in its heart. And most important of all, the core of our heart, Temple Mount, Har HaBayit, HaKotel, the Western Wall, the most holiest of holiest places to the Jewish people, was not to be reached. You could only see, watch and weep. And then, in this day, 45 years ago, thank God and thank to the Israeli Defense Forces, we were able to touch again the stones of the Kotel, of the Western Wall, and to be closer to the holiest of holiest, the Temple and Temple Mount. So I believe we can share these feelings with our South African friends here in the hall, and hopefully South Africans around this country as well, because of the history, because they know what it means to be divided, they know the importance and the value of being united again. Unfortunately, there are some individuals and factors in South Africa that are not working towards this peace with Israel, but we hope, and we have great hope through our friends in South Africa, our true friends that I learn to know every day, including this day, 2 new friends, that this situation will change to the good. This country was also reunited in peace through yet another great leader after the Shaka King, the great Nelson Mandela, Madiba, who managed to unite this country. And again, those, I wasn't here at the time, but those who were telling me about the stories, those of you in the hall that know the situation prior to the change and after the change can witness and can feel maybe what the rejoicing it was in Israel when we were united with our city and with our holiest places and traditions in peace. At the Rabbi was saying before, Yerushalayim, name Yerushalayim comes from the word Shalom, Yerushalem. Shalom, peace, and also Shalem, perfection. Yerushalayim, the beginning or the initiation of peace and perfection. And that's what Israel is all about. Israel wants peace. It's not by chance that the capital of the state of Israel, the seat of our Knesset, the parliament, our prime minister, our Supreme Court, is called Yerushalayim. Because we seek, since the days of King David, we seek peace, we seek perfection through peace. Not only to us, because as all of you know, Yerushalayim is sacred not only to Jews. It is tremendously important and holy to the Christian different denominations, and also to the Muslims who believe, according to his belief, on Temple Mount, Muhammad went up to heaven on his magnificent horse. And if some would wonder why should today people around the world and in South Africa, Jews and non-Jews alike, should celebrate Yom Yerushalayim, the Day of Yerushalayim? I mean, for Jews it's obvious, but why they? What they have to celebrate? Well, I think one of the main reasons is that since Yerushalayim was reunited and liberated under Jewish sovereignty in the state of Israel, all denominations of all different religions could freely and openly practice their religion and celebrate in Yerushalayim and Jerusalem their beliefs. Christians, Muslim, Jews, Armenian, Druze, whatever have you, all could free, the only democracy in the Middle East, celebrate and practice their religion. And I think this is the reason why there are so many people here today and around the world who appreciate and